What's up? I wanted to leave a video blog for my last post in Nicaragua, just because I thought it'd be easier, and I've got just so much to report about on the last week that I thought this would be a lot faster. Um, so yeah, I'm now in my hotel room at the hotel in Managua, right at the airport actually, because my flight tomorrow morning is really early. But anyways. As I mentioned in my earlier really short post from last week, we successfully got our entire project finished and on time, but granted, barely. It was very hectic at the end. I ended up staying up late on Wednesday night trying to design the forms that the farmers would then use with their phones. And after doing that, we actually had to get up extra early to meet to try to make sure that we could get the phones connected to the server at Protocoa, and so that all of that would work in time for the meeting with the farmers at 9, which the farmers had come in all the way from their communities, which were I think as far as 5 hours away. Uh, so we we were really sort of scrambling to make sure that we could get it all organized in time, and luckily uh, everything went great. The meeting was great. My professor, started it while me and then Fernando, the tech guy at Photocop, continued to work on the phones. And luckily, without too much time passed, and the meeting, we had quite a lot of few things to cover on top of just sort of helping them work through actually using the technology that it worked totally fine. So we got both phones working and connected to the server, and got to show to the workers how to use the phones, how to use the technology, and they sort of played with it for a while and had suggestions for us with how the forms should be, changed a little bit. There are a few different things that were a little confusing, uh, and so the whole process in general. So it was actually really neat to see because we sort of actually finally saw the project become to transfer from ours to being their project in terms of they were now getting the tools needed to use the technology and to understand it, um, to apply it to whatever needs that they have, you know not only the ones that this project was specifically designed for, but other ones as well. And so yeah, it was so really neat to see sort of that empowering process actually unfold during this meeting. So there's sort of a point where I just sort of sat back and watched them work with the technology and the phones, and the reality was they didn't really even need me at that point anymore. They were figuring it out on their own and getting through it. So that was very satisfying, and I think Thursday, despite being incredibly hectic and busy, was very satisfying to see the whole project come together. So much time and work actually, produce a result. So in the next few weeks, we will be communicating with them in terms of follow through to see how the technology is implemented, how well it actually works with them, and if there's any other more adjustments that need to be made with the technology. And we'll also be looking at the data that comes in from that technology, and that'll help with our research as well. So to reward myself for all that hard work and for finally getting everything done, I actually went on an awesome trip this past weekend to Chinandega, which is a department in the northwestern corner of Nicaragua. And so we went there and climbed a volcano, scaled an entire volcano, and looked at the crater and everything, and then hung out on the beach for a while. So it was a great end to what's been an incredible trip. I'll post more about that trip, as well as sort of about some of the things that I've already mentioned. I've been meaning to post and I haven't yet. So I will in the next few days. So this is my last post, but basically the end of the trip. The end of the trip post. So yeah, thanks for following and staying interested. I think this technology that our projects used is has lots of potential, especially for the developing world, in terms of helping them with their organization, helping them with empowerment, as well as a general management of whatever needs they have or in terms of development. So I think it's been really exciting to work for. It's been an incredible opportunity, and for that, I really have to thank my professor for giving me this great opportunity, as well as people at Proto Co-op and Nastanique for helping me and supporting me throughout the whole thing, as well as the people at the Community Agroecology Network. So if you're interested in this, definitely look any of those people up. They do great work, and they're all incredible people. So, yeah, and they've made my trip amazing. So, yeah, this is getting long, so I'm gonna stop. Thanks for watching again, and yeah, as they say in Nicaragua, no